Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, I wanted to give you guys my release plan for the game, what I'm going to be doing with my accounts, and I say accounts because I am going to play 3 accounts in this game. I'll go briefly into what I plan to summon for and stuff like that on the accounts, but I will do a more in-depth video in the future going through future banners, the banners we know about, which ones I recommend pulling on and the reasons for that. But this video, I'm just going through my personal plan, so I'm not going to go into massive description about all the banners and stuff like that. Now, for me, I'm just going to make my 3 Hoyoverse accounts, run through them until I get a 5-star, and then choose which account is going to be for which purpose based on the 5-star I get. So let's get in and talk about these accounts. Now, the accounts I plan to play are going to be one free-to-play account where I use basically any characters that I get. I try and play it like any other player would use a free-to-play account. Just hopefully I get Bronya and away we go. You know what I mean? So that is going to be my free-to-play account. I'm going to play it free-to-play, try and optimize it, progress as fast as I can free-to-play using all the units at my disposal. Now, the next account that I'm going to play, account number 2, is going to be I'm going to call it like a turbocharged free-to-play account. So what this one is going to be an account where I buy the battle pass, I buy, if there's a good monthly pass, I buy basically anything that is going to allow me to keep refreshing stamina to the max every day, well, at least every day until we get to, Trailblazer level 65 or something like that. So I want to be able to basically turbo through all the content in the game with this account, and that is what I'm spending money to do on it. Now, as for units that I'm going to use in that account, I'm only going to use 4-star units. Like I said, the idea of this account is to be a turbocharged free-to-play account where it's not free-to-play because I'm buying resources, but I'm buying those resources so that I can test free-to-play teams before other free-to-play players would realistically get to the point to be able to do that. So that account, I want to be like my experimental 4-star units only team account that we can sort of give you guys the best information on 4 stars based on that. And obviously 4 stars are going to be things that everyone can get. Now, in this account, I will be using Eidolons on characters that I get because I figure I'm going to summon on this account based on the 4 stars in the banner, which is also something I'm going to do in my optimal free-to-play account. I just think at the moment, based on what we know, and I'll make a whole video talking about banners and stuff like this in the future, but the Jing banner, having Sushang, Ting, and March 7th on it, I just see that as such a good value banner. So on my optimal free-to-play account and also on this account, I will be skipping the first, the Zila banner, and I'll be going for the Jing banner based pretty much solely on the 4 stars because I just see it as a big boost to the account, and I don't see Zila as completely just being way better than Jing. I think they're pretty much on the same level. So that's the way I'm looking at it, playing for those 4 stars. But yeah, that second account, it's going to be spending to progress fast and then use 4 stars to get, ideas and team comps and clearing stuff out before anyone else who's playing free-to-play should realistically get there, based on the fact that refilling stamina will get my Trailblazer level up faster and unlock the content faster. That is the second account. Moving on to my third account. The third account that I'm going to play is going to be a spending account where essentially I'm going to spend to get every new character as they come. This one is going to be great to test new characters, every exclusive banner and stuff like that. Now, this is an account that's going to be used more to demonstrate different characters, their play styles, teams that we can use in them for those who do actually roll for those characters. Keeping in mind, not everyone will roll for every character. I get that, but that way I've got every one of them so I can display how they work and what I think about them in game from some practical testing. As for Eidolons on these characters, it will depend. If there's characters that I think, getting them to a specific Eidolon completely changes the way they play and I really want to test it, then yes, we may spend a bit more and try and get them there. But in general, I'm not going to go crazy and whale out to Eidolon 6 on every character unless, I really think it's worth it because shit gets expensive, dude. But That's basically it. So when I jump into the accounts, like I said, I'm going to play 3 accounts. Now, I will be streaming at the launch of the game. I'm probably going to multi-stream across YouTube and Twitch. But what I'll do is I've got my 3 Hoyoverse accounts. I'll run through all 3 of them until I get to my initial summons. And I'm probably on all my accounts going to just go straight into the beginner banner and try and get a character from the beginner banner. That's kind of what I want to play them all at the start. Like I said, I'm not doing the hardcore reroll method because I can't be bothered. I'm going to have one account where I spend to get every character, so I'm not stressed about getting the specific character. And then once I get a 5-star on all of those accounts, I'm going to choose the best 5-star and then that account will become my free-to-play optimized account. If I get a Bronya, that is going to be the one I use. If I don't get a Bronya, but I get a Bailu, that is going to be the one that I use. I'll make a whole list of my priorities on, the best characters to start your account with. But in general, Bronya is my main target. Bailu is target number 2. Now, for me personally as well, I'm actually very tempted if I do get a Clara to actually use that on my optimized free-to-play account because I am a massive Svarog fan. Don't care about Clara. Svarog is a beast, and I just want to make that character work. And maybe I would take that on my free-to-play account because at the end of the day, liking a character is always more important than the meta. So we'll see how I go, but that's my general plan: is to run 3 accounts, summon on each one of them until I get a 5-star, and then make my decision going forward based on that, on which account gets. Now, as for the other 2 accounts, basically the worst 5-star will then go to my 4-star optimized account because on that account, I will not be using any 5-stars. So any 5-star will just be on the bench. So my best account goes into my optimized free-to-play account. My worst account, my worst 5-star goes into the account that is, speed turbocharged 4-star account. And then my middle 5-star, my middle goodness 5-star, if that's how I'm going to describe it, is going to go into the paid account, which once again, that paid account, I'm not sure how many summons I'm going to do on an early days to try and get all the 5-stars that come at base. I think that might be a bit steep. I think the better play might be just to go for Zilla, then go for Jing, and eventually along there, I'm probably going to lose some 50-50s, and that's going to start filling out my roster for those other units. Maybe I do pay a bit extra and try and, if there's some good deals that allow me to go for, to get extra normal passes at a cheaper rate, maybe I do that to get to my 300 pity, to be able to get my selector earlier. Not too sure, but once again, this the idea of spending and that paid account, I personally enjoy playing games as free-to-play more than anything else. I just love free to play. It just feels like if I spend, I'm making the game too easy on myself, and then it becomes less of a challenge and I enjoy myself less. That is just my personal bias, but I don't think by any means do you need to spend in this game. The reason I am doing it will be purely for content, and that is it. If I was playing by myself, not making content, I would play purely free to play, and that would be it because that's the way I enjoy the game. But like I said, when you create content, you got to have content to create. So, buying some stuff so that I can create content is going to be the way that I go about that one. But I don't want to pressure anyone into spending in the game. I just always think it's more enjoyable for me personally to play free to play. But that is the 3 accounts that I'm going to create. Like I said, I will make more videos in the future going through the banners, the specifics in the banners, what characters I think are worth saving for, optimal free-to-play progression and stuff like that based on what we know from the beta. But that will all be coming up in the lead up to the launch. But that is my plan personally. 3 accounts is going to be pretty busy, pretty stacked in the first week or 2. But because the general daily routine of the game is about that 10-minute mark when you're not doing the, extra reset modes, it ain't too bad, and I should be able to manage it pretty well. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. I'm going to shut up now. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.